What? What happened? What up? Hello? 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 What up, Gabriel? Gabriel! Gabriel! The bomber, can I do the bomber flyover animation quick? I bet. Hold on. Oh, wait, no, wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Wait. Wait, I got you. Here we go. So cool. These animations, I've been messing around with the animations on this one website, and I swear, like, it actually does a very good job. It's quite interesting. Just bring an image to life, you know. But yo, guess what happened? So Mullen is no more. I gotta get the other people on the stream. Like that. Oh yeah. Mullen is now Beanie. Bobini. Banana Fanafofini. Momini. Beanie. So Bollinger Innovations took over. So Mullen is now Bollinger Innovations, ticker symbol BINI, to take over and carry over Mullen's Mullen's mess and try to fix it. Yo, what up, Jason? Long time no see. Jason G. We got a picture of his dog. That's pretty cool. Where have you been at, Jason? Banana fan of beanie, me my momini, beanie, beanie. This is all you're gonna see. It's you know what? You know what? What if it's not anymore a shitty investment? What if now Bollinger takes over and starts making things happen? Dude, it's a 10.49 million shares float. Um, Market cap of 600,000. So anything that could just happen right then and there, a big whale can just literally. Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, shoot. Yeah, so you can pretty much see it here on the hourly how this actually bounced off of 5.5 cents and oversold on the RSI. Who knows? Maybe this could be worth a nice swing back to the upside here and take it up, 60% from 6 cents to 8 cents. I mean, that's like a 50 to 60% move. But yeah, Bollinger Innovations is a publicly traded company on Nasdaq under the stock ticker symbol BINI or Beanie, whatever you want to call it. Um, let's see. Hmm. What does it say here on the website? High efficiency model, quick to market, lower capital investment compared to other startup EV companies, attractive returns, value returns of more than $2 billion. Economical proposition, competitively priced EVs created for the American consumer with entirely US based manufacturing and operations and easy to go electric, so end to end ecosystems which take care of all aspects of EV ownership, right from research to financing to servicing. Never been easier to go electric. Yeah. See, who's the executive team? God. Same CEO. Dude, looks so freaking weird. I'm sorry, man. He must have been like 500 pounds before. Well, I don't know, man. It looks like his jawline is like inside his neck and expanded, and it's just. I'm sorry, in my opinion, just looks like a weird looking dude, with some saggy boobs on the side. But anyways, what is this gonna do anyway? I mean, it's still under investor relations at Mullen USA, and got other, I don't know. Cargo vans, low cab, chassis cab. Mullen Automotive is now Bollinger Innovations. Jack to the tits, literally, man. Jack to the tits, literally. Oh my god, dude, that's hilarious. The tits has been jacked to the side. Crazy. Let me stop before I get in trouble. He's jacked to the tattoos. Yeah. He's jacked to the tattoos on the side. So now, the all-time high for Beanie, or the 52-week high, is $829.20, and the 52-week low is at 3.5 cents. It went up as high as 7 cents, and a low of 5 cents 38. If it bottoms out from here, heck, you never know. Like I said, they might try to swing this around, bring it up a couple of cents. Do the usual and just just swing it and scalp it, and I don't know. But apparently, 2 days ago, before the name change, ticker change, whatever, they had literally no short shares available. And the max cost to borrow was at 172.39%. But now that it's called Beanie, let me see, maybe Beanie, 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 Beanie. But look at that though. Two days ago, 10 million shares. Cost to borrow 60.19%. So there's no basic stats in terms of short interest and all of that, because that's what usually happens. We'd have to wait until later on, down a couple of months later, for some actual data. So there's no point in looking at the Fintel data for this. I just want to know what else is in here, and I mean, I stopped looking at Mullen a long time ago, so it doesn't really, I don't know, doesn't really interest me. What the frick? Ow! Oh man, that was weird. Weird. Jesus Christ. Was it? Was there a reverse stock split supposed to take place? Like a 250 to 1? I forgot. Dude, so Matt sent us this image, and it looks like just a few hours ago there was a huge earthquake of the east coast of Kamchatka, Russia. 8.7. The depth of that earthquake was 46 miles. And looks like there is a potential. Let's see. Hawaii is at a warning instead of a watch. Wave height unknown as of yet, and should be there in a little over 4 hours. That's crazy. It's insanity. Wow. Thank you for sharing, by the way, Gabriel, on Discord. Sydney Sweeney's picks. Ooh. That's wild, man. That's actually pretty scary. and to be an 8.7 magnitude and deep, shallow. I think yeah, there would be some type of situation where there would be a potential tsunami for any of those islands in the way in that direction. And you see they have also the West Coast, which seems like the that color is usually like watch. The orange is like a advisory, and the red is a warning. So the only ones that could be affected is Hawaii, Guam, Alaska, and British Columbia could be affected if this does happen. I think that's the biggest earthquake so far this year. So, that's wild. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and move on from this. There was something else that I wanted to check out. Um, backed holdings. Backed holdings was down at negative 41.76% and closed exactly at $10 per share. If you can believe that. Look at this. Look at this. This drop. It was at a high of 26.39 on Friday. Market close. Now it's at $10 close. Are you serious? That's crazy. So it plummeted after announcing pricing of $75 million public offering to buy Bitcoin. So, I mean, that's pretty much what companies would have to do, right? I mean, in order to build their balance sheet or whatever. I don't know. Um, let's see. 75 million. 75 million to buy Bitcoin. I would wonder. It doesn't sound so. I mean, it's usually a good thing because they're pretty much diluting their their stock and pretty much taking profit and going through this offering and then being able to buy Bitcoin too. I mean, and also depending on what price, because honestly, Bitcoin at the moment it hasn't really been looking that good in terms of price activity. And if we take a look back at what Bitcoin has been doing for the past 2 days, you can pretty much see, and my computer is slowing down, and that's awesome. In 1 second. So it has been consolidating actually. Not it just seems like there's been many cases where it had opportunities to break over but one fail three. I can't. What is going on with my computer? Here we go again. But yeah, you could see here, like it's just been topping over, and I feel like eventually this could continue to drop to lower prices, especially when you see the last two 24-hour candles now trading underneath the 9-day period exponential moving average. And if this continues to the downside, and you would probably see before this week is over or into the weekend, in my opinion, if it continues bearish, to trade underneath the 20 EMA, right around 116,970 or below. So either they take that offering, but then whatever they get back from that offering, they hold it in as cash equivalents, equivalent, whatever you want to call it, and they just wait for Bitcoin to drop further down and get in at the dip, and and then from there, get in on the swing, and until Bitcoin decides to move back up. But for now, yeah, that's what it looks like. Even on the 4 hour, it looks a little bearish there. Give me 1 second. Here's an article by Cointelegraph 2 hours ago titled Bitcoin Momentum Loss is Pre-FOMC De-Risking, Not a Trend Change. So Bitcoin's price compression and the Bollinger Bands suggest a range expansion will occur soon. This week's early price weakness is likely the result of traders cutting risk ahead of Wednesday's FOMC and a White House update on its crypto policy and Bitcoin strategic reserve. Now, Bitcoin continued to trade within the 117,000 to $120,000 range on Tuesday, and it looks poised for a daily close below 118,000. Some analysts have called for Bitcoin to retest underlying support at 114,000 to 110,000. And while technicals do support such a move, Wednesday's FOMC minutes and a long-awaited White House report on U.S. crypto policy and a strategic Bitcoin reserve could reverse the downtrend. The report should reveal the exact number of Bitcoin currently held by the U.S. government, and traders are hopeful that President Trump will take further steps toward enacting an official strategic Bitcoin reserve. So we take a look back at the daily chart. It only seems to me that Bitcoin could, I mean it's consolidating for a bit. I mean, I can probably draw different types of scenarios where this is consider to be a, I don't know, a pennant on the daily, and play it off that way. Um, or or it just breaks below the supposed bull flag and top bulls over and starts to head down to lower price lower prices there. So either it breaks over 119,000, or it fails and rejects below and breaks underneath the triangle and underneath the 20-day period exponential moving average, right underneath 117,000, where I have the alert there set. And if that happens, then you might be looking at that possible level of support, like the article had just mentioned, at around 110, was it? 110? Yeah, somewhere between 110,000 and 114,000. But we would have to see what happens because, quite frankly, um, it's trying to continue to trade flat and possibly try to break over that resistance at 119 to 120,000. I am a top analyst, very good at it too. Billy's Eggplant Railroad, Choo Choo. So, um, currently, yeah. So looks like it's been a little tough here. If you look at Mara, let me see what Mara is doing. It's up 4%. Great. Mara. Speaking of Bitcoin, it seems that Mara had earnings after market close, which came in pretty good with a report that 64% of year-over-year revenue increase and 505% year-over-year net income surge in the second quarter. So they did pretty well on that. Although I'm not too sure if this will continue because this is just a reaction from the earnings and it's just been consolidating. It's been trading flat. So again, if Bitcoin were to either pop back to 119,000, for example, Mara could just do the same thing and try to go for $18 a share. If it stops bouncing and it starts to then take the bearish approach and break underneath 117,000, then this whole thing doesn't matter. It'll probably go back down to 1660, 1650, around that range as support. Other than that, backed, that was a crazy drop. Would have never thought that would happen. Not only that, but I can't imagine because I think BKKT has an options chain, and that drop could have probably made tons and tons if people played puts. You'll see. Oh, okay, never mind. So BKKT does not have options. But if they did, oh my gosh. A lot of people would have been on top of puts and simply just ride down the falling knife. So what is this? Didn't they just have a reverse stock split before? They did. GNLN back in June 27th. Okay, that was a month ago. What else has been going on? Let's see. You got Faraday futures. Faraday futures was coming down, it's coming down before. All right. Oh wow. So even plug is topping over as well. Wow. Finger Finger did try it. And as it bounced over this, whatever this is, I put here. This is supposed to be the gap to fill from 325 to 350. I don't know when that's gonna happen. But yeah, Finger was at some point at 235. Then it got dropped back down to 173. See here, 4 hours ago, they had posted that a reporter named Lee Yulon, CFO, has sold 22,321 worth of shares. And that was it. Um, hmm. See it here. You see it here. Reject the 200 SMA. Purple Magic TV. Purple Magic TV. Yeah, completely rejected there. And then now on the 4 hour, it's like bouncing off the 50 SMA. Deviation trend beluga. Showing that, showing it right there. What does that mean? You know what that means. What else? There's a lot of red here. There's a sea of red. And charge point 2. And it had just got a reverse split, 1 for 20 yesterday. Did a big pop, and then all of a sudden it just ended up coming back down to where it was. GPUS. Oh, GPUS to me. Dun, 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 dun. Lucid is back down to its 200 SMA, right around 250, which has been now considered the major level of support. So 250, we probably look for a bounce at some point for Lucid. Um, Lucid also, mind you, had this huge huge gap to the downside that had to be filled, and it does look like if it were to continue, it would retest the 50 SMA somewhere at 240. So it's from 235 to 240 around that range, and then maybe it could hold from there and start to turn around. So I'm not too sure. Um, yeah. How does it look like on the weekly? It looks a little difficult to see there. Alas. What was this? Oh, wow. Let's see, what happened to Krispy Kreme? Ah, to the moon! Looks like a pump and dump. Big rally last week on Monday, the 21st of July, when it went from 311 the next day, jumping to 418, and then Wednesday, the 23rd of July, going up very high up to 573 before coming back down to close at 432. Consolidate and then start dropping back down again. Where it could probably come back down to retest $3 as a major support level and bounce above that, because you do have the RSI overbought and now has room to come down again, and so who knows. That's what's been happening there. It was considered a meme stock apparently. Um, Here, for example, this week that meme stocks returned. This is an article on the 25th of July, and by Jack Pitcher, saying social media buzzed with excitement on Monday as some beaten down stocks that retail traders have been buying began to soar, like Kohl's, which I know Matt, I think he mentioned he got into that. Open Door Technologies, I think Eric had mentioned about Open Door, and then I mentioned about D-Nut, and I think Gabriel also mentioned about D-Nut, but in the beginning, I cannot remember. And those were the names among those that posted outsized swings throughout the week, and all four companies have been the subject of attention on investing forums and the social media platform X. The big moves, untethered from any clear changes in the company's outlooks, were reminiscent of the pandemic era meme stock craze when shares of companies like GameStop and AMC Entertainment went parabolic. So they're pretty much calling these stocks here, these companies, the next meme craze, meme stock craze, or whatever. They're trying to push this forward and try to make things happen, I guess. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you really wanted an actual meme stock candidate, I mean, I think it would be Lucid, in my opinion. You know, I mean, from where it came from, all this time, a couple of years ago, you would think that somehow Lucid Group would find its way to try to turn in retail's favor and start to go crazy. Seems like 5 days ago, by Grow Focus, Lucid launches alliance with 4 U.S. mineral producers. So, Lucid forms an alliance with 4 North American miners to secure critical minerals for U.S. EV production. The collaboration brings together Lucid and Alaska Energy Metals, Graphite One, Electric Metals, and Recyclico to launch the Minerals for National Automotive Competitiveness collaboration. This initiative aims to lock down offtakes agreements for lithium, graphite, and recycled materials in domestic auto manufacturing, tackle commercialization barriers, boost customer adoption, strengthen coordination between mining and automotive sectors and U.S. and qualify the U.S. Produced inputs for OEMs and Tier 1 suppliers. Okay. Oh boy, I think I'm getting the itis. Great. Just what I needed. Is it really? Let's check let's check futures. Yeah, it's just honestly it's just recovering from today's massive dump. Hmm. Why do you think, Billy? Why do you think that's the case, Moisley? Let's see. Mace News reports Wednesday White House schedule. Subject to additions during the day. Daily guidance and press schedule for Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. Huh. At 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the president signs congressional bill. Then 4 p.m. Eastern Time, the president delivers remarks on making health technology great again. Health technology. Huh. I'm actually curious now. Tomorrow. July 30th, 25 at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. What do you think his remarks will be, and what sectors will be affected in the stock market? Which stocks to look close into? Let's see. Let's see this. So let's see what ChatGPT has to say about this. ChatGPT says, "Here's how I'd parse President Trump's remarks on making health technology great again, including the sectors likely impacted and stocks to monitor closely. Just remember that everything and anything said on this stream is strictly in my opinion, not financial advice. Do your own research, do your own ED. And just know that this stream and this channel is only for educational and research and entertainment purposes. Alright, just remember that." But yeah, expected key themes in the remarks. Drawing on his administration's recent policies and RFK Jr.'s make American health, was it make what? MAHA 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 RFK's Maha initiative remarks may emphasize regulatory overhaul of FDA/HHS. So the president is expected to push for accelerated drug approvals, deregulatory reforms, and realignment of agencies to streamline innovation, echoing past statements about rubber stamping chronic disease reversal efforts and reducing bureaucratic quote-unquote alphabet soup. Focus on chronic disease prevention and integrative health. So this includes preventative nutrition, limiting SSRIs, psychiatric drug usage in favor of lifestyle interventions, rejecting over-medicalization of children and expanding telehealth. America First drug pricing policies, so use of comparison to quote-unquote most favored nation pricing, scrutiny of patented drugs, for example obesity meds from Novo Nordisk Lilly, and stronger negotiation or patent waivers to lower costs. Potential expansion or protection of Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. Trump may reaffirm support, quote-unquote, love and cherish, reinforcing managed care tilts or increased federal payments to insurers, and trade and advice supply chain mentions. He may reference tariffs, reshoring of medtech manufacturing, and pressure on imported device supply lines. So, sectors likely impacted by this, potentially, supposedly, in theory, NFA, is number one, biotech and pharma, likely to face headwinds if drug pricing legislation is outlined, patent waivers, or international price alignment is pursued. Then leadership changes at the FDA, NIH, grant cuts, skeptical stance on mRNA, Anti-obesity therapies, for example, Wegovy, could further unsettle investors. And it says here that the S&P Biotech ETF has already dropped 28 less than 28% since the election. So let's take a look at that real quick. S and P Biotechnology. Hold on, I just gotta make sure I got the right one. S&P Biotech ETF. Labubu. XBI. So I guess I'm gonna say it's this one. Yeah, same thing. It's the same thing. I was gonna say it's this one. So apparently, and ever since Trump's presidency, the XBI ticker symbol for S&P S&P Biotech ETF. This thing has been going down and hit a bottom, the 52-week low, I guess, since April 9th, which was at a low of 66.66, and then from there it had rebounded the next couple of months until now, and it had reached a high of around $88 and above, now at 85.84. So I wonder what's up with that. I haven't seen it like that before. Also, number 2, medtech and medical devices. So increased scrutiny of cross-border tariffs may disrupt device supply chains, and some companies may benefit from reshoring incentives but could face short-term margin pressure. Then number 3, you have managed care and medical advantage. So could be market winners if Medicare and Medicaid programs are protected or strengthened. Firms such as Molina Healthcare, Elevance, or Anthem, United Health, and Humana may gain. I'm actually going to search this up right now. I'm going to look this up. Humana. Molina is MOH. Wow. That stock has suffered a big drop as of July 1st, when it went from as high as $311.52, and the next day dropped all the way to as low as $236.37. And it has been continuing to drop ever since, and has dropped a good chunk, pretty much over $100 to $150, taken out of value of the stock. I mean, I gotta, like, since then, since July 1st, the stock has been down now officially almost negative half, like, 48, negative 48.27%. Maybe a lot lower. Maybe it'll get to negative 50% if this were to continue, because, man, it looks disgusting. And also on top of that, earnings per share was a miss, but the revenue was a surprise beat. But other than that, man, it looks nasty. Never seen anything like it. Then also the other mentions, like Elevance. So let's see, if I look at Elevance from here, Elevance Health, You can see that this has been also moving down. Look at this. This stock was worth almost 570 bucks back in September of last year, and from there, it seems that it has been dropping, and it's way below the 200-day period SMA and every other EMA on top of that. Yeah, you better watch your mouth, Billy. Wash your mouth. Other mentions, you have United Health. If you guys can remember that one, huh? United Health. And United Health, since that incident, if you guys can remember, well, from April, it was at around $605 a share. But then when things happened, this thing dropped like a rock all the way from 600 to about 447. Then from there, it kept selling off little by little until there was another big drop from $376 to about 309, and then eventually hit a bottom of 248.88 to then come back up and consolidate throughout the rest of the month of June into July. And we're almost at the end of July, so now that United Health Group had earnings, surprise beat on revenue, but earnings per share was not a beat, it was a miss. And it kind of looks like it's giving me a big engulfing bearish candle. So I want to say this probably does have more downside potentially. And plus with everything that has happened too, I would not be surprised. Which kind of sucks. Here is Humana. Humana. H-U-M. So Humana has been somewhat flat, but very stable in a way and consistent. And so they think that, let's see, healthcare select sector, spider. Okay, XLV. Oh, this is it right here. Well, it actually looked the same thing as Humana for a second. Okay. XLV, HII. Wow. Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Now, something is going up. Ouch. Sorry for the loud noise. You know, I'm going to just share this. I'm going to share this on the Discord. For some reason, man, I'm getting the itis. I am getting the itis right now. Holy crap. But yeah, I wanted to show you this. Bandits in the house watching your mouth. What's good, Joker? How's life been treating you? Oh my god, I gotta show you. How you been, Lewis? What's been going on with you, Lewis? Oh yeah. Come on. Hey, where's Moisley? Yo, Lewis. What the hell was this? Was it raining glizzies or something? Was it really raining glizzies, man? That's crazy. What the- I've never seen that happen before on this stream. That's interesting. Anyways, how have you been, Lewis? There were no, there were There were hams franks. You know he can't. He William can't live without hams franks. I feel bad for him now. And it's crazy how like he used to get like 200 to 300 viewers, but it was only for when Ham was gonna be on the call. It's crazy. And now he's just going out of his mind about this one stock. It's insanity, man. Anyways, let me oh, what? No. No, hold on. Here we go. Oh my god, what? Oh my god. Yo, let me stop before I get in trouble, man. Oh my god. Ah. I needed that to wake me up, for real. Ah. But that's insanity, man. Let's see, just finished a commercial project. School is back in session. Back to the keyboard. Wait, school is back in session already? It's not even August yet. Unless they start the kids early. Unless it's summer school. Likely impact. Yeah, I'm gonna share this onto the Discord right now. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's woo. Oh, here we go. Um, the things people do in their free time. Yeah, man. I mean, the things that I do in my free time, like, does it look like he's like passionately like kissing that bun? Good, dude. This freaking website is crazy. It's scary and then crazy at the same time, man. Just bringing everything to life. Dude, I wish I had plenty of free time. Like I just want to retire already. Good lord. Woo woo. I'm gonna have to make a list. I'm gonna have to make a list. Ugh. Um, and add all these stocks and ETFs to monitor based on what Trump is gonna talk about tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see what happens. You mean when you added money in it? Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Just like that. Just like that. It's like that. Yes, like that. It's like that. It's like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uy. She got over here. Anybody figure out how to make ChatGPT trade for us? Oh shoot. Perhaps it could be able to make you a AI trading bot. Not financial advice. When you do what you love, it's like you're already retired, but it takes a while to get to that point. Yeah, I mean, as for me, I haven't really gotten to that point yet. But like now that I'm like hustling and grinding, like for example, like I've been, I've been working my 9 to 5 and Monday through Friday, and I was hustling DoorDash from Tuesday to Saturday, and I mean I made my money, but I'm actually I'm trying to I'm trying to retire. Like I actually started putting and you can see here. I mean, I have the screenshots here from earlier, a couple days ago. I'm starting to build up on ULTY. I mean, not financial advice, but I'm starting to, what I mean? Because I want them dividends. I want them weekly dividends myself. If I can get to a goal and get to 1,000 shares, which I know it's gonna take probably like another month or so, if I do this right, and eventually, if I well, if I can accumulate shares, but at the same time like take part of my buying power and get into options and grow my money a little faster, then I can probably get closer to that 1,000 shares mark, or 1,000 shares. And then from there, just snowball that bitch, and keep compounding, keep dripping the dividends back into it, and then by the time you know it, I'll have enough shares. And if ULTY stays solid throughout the next couple of months into next year, um shoot, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it. I'm loving it. Loving it. Ah, 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 ah. Especially if it actually like starts to come down a little bit and hit like 6, probably make things a little cheaper there. That would be cool. Because then, count me in on those discounts. It'll make it a little easier for me to build my position. Just for an example, you know. Let's see what else. I saw Misty was coming down pretty hard today. Not Misty, MicroStrategy. So MicroStrategy did sell off here with Misty, closing at 2038. As you know, it does pay monthly dividends here. The last dividend distribution was July 3rd at $1.23 per share. Before that, it was $1.47, and before that was $2.37. Like, imagine that, man. Imagine that. Let's see which of these yield max ETFs was a winner chicken dinner. And it looks like Fiat. Looks like Fiat has been finding a bottom here and ended up almost 2% in the green. Here at a close of $3.07. This was paying just hold on. The cheapest one is MRNY, which is supposed to be the for Moderna. That's been ranging here between 235 and 240, 250. I think it went as high as 276 and then came back down. And it still has these gaps to fill to the upside, but I don't know what's going to happen. I'm here just trying to figure things out here and see, what makes sense for me to get myself MRNY and Ulti as the combination, or what? I don't know. I was just thinking about that. Into your eyes and see my dream. Oh, PayPal. PayPal dropped. I think that's because of earnings. I think PayPal had earnings this morning. Let's see. Oh, it did. It did have earnings. Oh my god. And it seems that it was at a high of $80.65, but this morning from 7 in the morning, this thing just dropped all the way down to, jeez, as low as 70.31. Closed at 71.45. Let's check and see what's going on. SPY is somewhat still trying to climb up here and recover from last trading session here, which ended up in a big dump. China. The dollar index here is actually, trying to come back down. If you notice, it did reach back to like 99, and that was from a low of 97. I want to say maybe somewhere around 97. Then it pumped hugely, Back to 99.14. Um, what else you got? Japan is Japan 225. Says here 31 minutes ago, Asian stocks steady as investors brace for tariff deadline and Fed. So key points here: Asian stocks nudge higher ahead of Fed policy announcement. U.S. China trade talks end without major breakthroughs, and investors await central bank decisions and corporate earnings. So Asian stocks rose modestly on Wednesday, with investors cautious after trade talks between the U.S. and China ended without any substantive agreement and ahead of the Federal Reserve's policy announcement. Hmm. Traders are preparing for several central bank decisions, key economic reports, and corporate earnings during the next few days, culminating in U.S. President Donald Trump's August 1st tariff deadline. The Federal Reserve is expected to leave interest rates unchanged as at its policy meeting later on Wednesday, though it could see a rare dissent by some central bank officials in favor of lowering borrowing costs. Quote, without labor market conditions near full employment, most Fed officials want to wait and see how tariffs impact inflation. Some officials are concerned that tariffs could drive higher inflation expectations, leading to more persistent price pressures rather than a one-off hit. Our expectations is that the Fed should be in a position to cut rates at the September meeting. U.S. Treasury bonds advanced ahead of the Fed's meeting, pushing yields to the lowest in almost 4 weeks following a strong auction of 7-year notes that quelled concerns about diminishing demand for government debt. The yield on benchmark's 10-year Treasury notes was last 4.328%, the lowest level since July 3rd. The two-year yield, which rises with traders' expectations of higher Fed fund rates, was little changed at 3.873%. The Bank of Japan is expected to hold steady on Thursday, and the focus will be on its comments to gauge when the next rate increase will come after a trade deal between Japan and the U.S. cleared the way for the Bank of Japan to resume its rate hike path ahead of Trump's deadline to reach a deal to avert imposition of the Liberation Day tariffs. Some countries' talks with the U.S. looked set to go down to the wire. What up, Matt? Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Let's see. U.S. officials said it was up to the president to decide whether to extend a trade truce that expires on August 12th or potentially let tariffs shoot back up to triple-digit figures. India is also bracing for higher U.S. tariffs, likely between 20 to 25% on some exports, as it holds off on fresh trade concessions ahead of the August 1st deadline, two Indian government sources said. Meanwhile, 3 South Korean cabinet-level officials met with U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick in a last-ditch push for a deal. Oil prices rose as potential supply shortages came into focus after Trump gave Moscow an abbreviated deadline toward ending the war in Ukraine. Brent crude futures rose 14 cents or 0.19% to 72.65 a barrel. Damn. Let's see what else. U.S. tech mega caps Microsoft and Meta are due to report earnings on Wednesday, tomorrow, that will set the tone for the rest of the week and the earnings season. Says here, it's been a solid U.S. reporting season so far, but these mega cap names need to run it hot and blow the lights out, given the bar to please has been sufficiently raised. The Singapore dollar strengthened 0.2% after Singapore's central bank kept its monetary policy settings unchanged on Wednesday. following stronger than expected economic growth in the second quarter. Come on, Japan, Japan, Japan. Let's see a crash. Gonna get some tacos? Shoot. It might be a little late for me, man. Because I'm definitely feeling it right now. It's 11 p.m. and I was feeling the itis. Plus, I was playing handball outside, so with that heat and me just sweating and out of it, I'm hoping to not fall asleep. But um, I would give you guys a heads up if I'm feeling the need to get off and just sleep early. You know, that's just me though. Hey Matt, um, I'm pretty sure you already know, but Mullen is now Beanie Bollinger Innovations. I mean, Mullen is no more. um, what else? I mean, I think that's it pretty much, and that's not much to really discuss. If Bitcoin starts to fall from here, looking at 117,717, 117,400, and support at just I guess 117,000 on the dot. So it's gotta fall through here. I mean, if it falls back down to 116,000, I mean, Bitcoin could see further downside, in my opinion. I don't know. Wait a minute. What is this? Oh shoot, wait. Whoa, what is this? What is AMC doing here? Whoa. How about that? AMC just saw a couple of some pops here. I don't know what this is all about. It went as high as $3.18. Anybody explain that? Can anybody explain that? Tell me, what is that all about? Y'all locked in for tomorrow? Nobody knows what it's. We're locked in for tomorrow. Hmm. What is this? Tokenized AMC pancake swaps? Crypto tokens used as locates for synthetic fraudulent shorted shares. Speculating here to keep AMC stock price at all-time lows. More fraudulent tokenized securities. Oh man. Somebody posted on there. Interesting. That's a big jump though. From 299. This. It was at 3 at some point, then it made a big jump to 318 by just one share. That's weird. Why does it do that? Why does it do that stuff, man? I you got the VWAP thing now sticking like AMC was doing before, which I haven't really seen GME do, and this was something that AMC usually does. But it looks like the VWAP stuck to 23. I wonder what that means. Oh my god. I Yeah, it was a red day mostly. Made two plays and bailed early on both. Yeah, you were pretty lucky on that one, man. Cause SoFi, alongside with the conditions, the market conditions, I mean, it was like that overall for the majority of the stocks. For it to all come down, especially from that big rally that it had post earnings, which did fantastic. I mean, they beat their earnings per share, and revenue was high, was also high. Um, but it was, pretty much a little pump in them there. If I would have known, man, if I would have known that SoFi were to drop down like this, I would have gotten some, some puts. Not financial advice. I would have gotten into puts, man. I mean, if you took a look at let me see, here or no, the eighth. No, I think. Wait, hold on. This probably would have made sense. 2092. It closed at 2240, and it dropped even more to 2135. So technically speaking, there's a lot of volume for these puts here for August 15th. So I don't know. Maybe they still see SoFi moving down lower. But according to them, members keep piling in. They keep opening accounts with SoFi and doing all these things. Um, Surprisingly, and it was crazy. I was looking at SMCI, and even SMCI couldn't keep up. It was at 6150 at some point, and then it dropped all the way down to as low as 5815. Tesla saw some big downsides too, ever since the comeback to 330.48 and reaching a low of 318.25. Let's see who was the winners. Who was the winners for today? INDO. Oh, I guess this was from the news about crude oil coming up. So, INDO, Indonesia Energy, closing at 8.93% at $3.05. Here they had news 6 days ago that says here that Indonesia Energy plans to commence drilling 2 wells at Kra block during the remainder of 2025. Drill, baby, drill. And let's see what else. Let me go back to oil. Oh wow, shoot. Okay. Okay, so I did not know that oil actually surged that way. Wow. Dude, since July 25th on Friday, this was at 65 bucks, and this thing just shot up. Wow. Tuesday afternoon, hitting as high as 69.73. That's a big jump. And what do you know? Not only INDO followed the surge of oil, but HUSA closed at 11.22% at $11.80. And you also have TPET sort of also following the same algos, closing at 5.13%. MARPS 2.88%. Where is IMPP? Oh, it's here. It looks so choppy. I don't know why. That's pretty cool. Precious metals. Ranging silver at 38.13, gold at 3,326. Palladium is at 1,261. But yeah. So I can probably but have to just keep an eye on those. Shrooms. Wow. Look at that. This was June 30th. Mind Medicine at a low of 636. It went as high as $10.24 on July 21st before consolidating and then breaking down from here back to $9.14. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. No, 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 no. Are you serious right now? How do we miss out on this? Are you kidding me? No, 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 man. No. You're telling me since May, the beginning of May of this year, this Newegg was at a 52-week low of $3.32 and went as high as 61.91. I know. And that is crazy. I did not. Hello. I know, Russia. Yes. So I don't. Oh man. So I don't know. That's. How did I miss that? How do we miss that? You know, Newegg has been a big name in the memes. I want to say for some time. Oh, there's no options chain too? Come on, man. There's no options for this. Oh, Vladimir Galkin, 10% owner, reports acquisition of common shares in Newegg Commerce Inc. That brought it up even more, up to like $62 a share. But damn, man. How do we miss that? How do we miss that, man? And the cost to borrow fee was at 239%. I can't believe it. I'm sad. I'm so sad. No. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. There's nothing else you could do, unfortunately. But that's good. I mean, like that's great for Newegg. I like Newegg, and I'm gonna buy. Eventually, I'm gonna buy my new PC through Newegg. I'm gonna wanna. and I'm gonna get it. I'm overdue for a new PC. Hopefully, I'll be able to get it soon. All right. Well, I think that's all. I mean, I think that's all I have for now, man. There's nothing else to report. Um, but tomorrow there's gonna be ADP employment change, core PCE prices quarter over quarter, uh, core core PCE prices quarter over quarter, GDP growth rate quarter over quarter, GDP price index, GDP sales, PCE prices quarter over quarter, real consumer spending quarter over quarter, Treasury refunding announcement, pending home sales. Whoa, that's a big deal. Oh, wait a minute. That's today. I mean, that's tomorrow. Yo, Eric, Fed interest rate decision is tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure it's forecasted to be the same. Because I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna change the interest rate. I didn't even know it was gonna be tomorrow. I thought it would be like, I don't know, some other readings. But yeah, man, what's up, Eric? I was just about like I'm like having a little itis right now, a moment. But damn, man, that's crazy. Yo, it's gonna be a bit. It's gonna be a. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to. I don't know what to think about that. It makes sense now. It makes sense because they're waiting on the interest rates over here to see if they're gonna, if they're ever, if they're actually gonna keep it the same, which I know it's gonna be the case. And if they cut it, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be insane. Um, Aquí nomás. Aquí estoy cansado. Yo salí a jugar handball after work. I left the stream on for a little bit. I did miss a couple of comments here and there, but I was playing. I was drenched in sweat. Man, it was nasty out there. And then I came home afterwards and ate dinner, and now I feel like I have the itis, and I'm finna knock out, man. How about you, man? What's been going on? How was your day? Did you get to work today? What is your situation? Let me know right now. Let me know what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bro, this. That's a slow down shooter. Yeah, man, that's exactly why I put it up. That's exactly why I put it up, man. Tungsten. Dang. If somebody's notification bell was on, probably would have been notified that I was on. But I don't know. It must be a glitch in your system. Because there's no way that you're gonna be getting notifications for somebody else and not for me. How does that make any sense? Yeah. But yo, like for real, this. I mean, it's slowly getting up there, and it's hovering above the 200 SMA. Let's see the 4 hour. The 4 hour chart looks like it's holding up too. I mean, I do see that there is potential for this to move up a lot more. I'm about to start putting some alerts on here. I'm about to put some more. Put some alerts here for the stock. American Tungsten Corporation. American. American Tungsten Corporation. American is as American as it gets. You ain't gonna see nothing like it. Tungsten is the greatest metal. Underestimated. It's crazy. It's understatement. I don't know, but you gotta check it out. It's better than platinum for sure. American platinum. American tungsten. American this, American that. This one, Guardian Metal, was it this one too? This one is kind of looking uh, eh, uh, eh, uh, eh, it looks a little bearish. It looks a little bearish here. It looks a little bearish. Looks a little bearish here. Looks a little bearish. Oh my god, looks a little bearish here. TMC the Metals Company looking like a big bitty beep beep bitty 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 beep beep bum bum. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Let me see, is it this one? Oh, look at it, Lion One Metals. Lion One Metals. LOML. Love of my life. F. That's the ticker symbol. LOML. F. What's the daily looking like here? Look, it took a big dive here though. But I think this one though, American Tungsten Corp. This one, this one looks, this one looks solid in my opinion. Financial advice. I'm probably gonna have to find a way to actually like get some skin into this. I'll probably have to go into Fidelity. I'll probably go to Fidelity and try to get some of this. Get some skin, you know? Get some of that skin, you know what I'm saying? It's 10,000 shares. Got a big belly. Got a big belly. He got a big belly. Got a big belly, got a big belly, got a big belly, a bad belly, got a big belly. Even the weekly looks pretty strong. Swingeth to the dollareth, maybe even $1.60, almost 200% to the upside. I want some of that skin. Give me that, give me that, give me that. I'm gonna have to start digging in a little bit more and finding out the latest on this. But other than that, I think there's not much else to report. Honestly, we got the dollar index here, rejecting the 200 SMA on the 4-hour chart, clean, looking like it's about to pull that back. Let's look at open. Yeah, let's look at open. Did I actually say that here? Blam 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 blam. Oh, right here. Yeah. Why does this look like a Head and Shoulders? Right? It looks like a Head and Shoulders. Like low key Head and Shoulders type of pattern here. And it has a big head too. That's a little. Then it got a little shoulder on the right. I mean, does it make sense? Yeah, that's why it was bearish, and then it just decided to come down underneath the 50. It's on the 4-hour, but it's oversold. Like it's incredibly oversold right now. We take a look at it from the daily. I mean, it looks scary because it did a bearish cross over on the RSI for the 24-hour, but like that means it have to come back down and try to reverse somewhere around $1 to $1.50. $1.50. $1.50. Hmm. Either it bounces over $2 or it breaks down and gets into this range. It has earnings in 7 days. Ba, 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 ba. So I guess that's not going to be the play, right? I said never mind. Then the weekly looks weak. I don't know. I don't know, honestly. Open looks too open for shorts to take over and bring this back down to like $1. I don't know. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Wolf with the same thing too. Wolf got knocked down from 170 to like 152, 153. I guess you want to wait for the bottom for open. That's probably gonna have to be the only thing to do is just wait. Yeah, wait on the sidelines and just wait for the right time to strike and get in that beach. I have to look at certain stocks. Nixie looks horrible. Nixie will probably go back to like 135 or something, or 140. Damn, Netflix is over 1,160. But Netflix looks like it's coming down too. Look at that. This was at a high of 1,341.15. This past June 30th. This thing has been coming down hard. Would you really, would you really evaluate Netflix as a $1,160 stock? I guess everybody and their mother has Netflix. Billions of people. It makes sense. FTDs for open. For open. Uh huh. Oh ho. Oh ho. Let me see. Yeah, you got me curious now. Um, FTDs. FTDs nuts. FTDs nuts in your mouth. FTDs nuts in your mouth. FTDs nuts in your mouth. FTDs nuts in your. FTDs nuts in your mouth. FTDs nuts. Hey, FTDs nuts in your mouth. FTDs nuts. These nuts. Ha! Got it. Whoa! What the fuck? Wow. Oh my god, look. Look at this number of FTDs. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, look at this. Will you look at that? Will you look at this? Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's time for another episode of Ask ChatGPT. Because this is crazy. Look at the failures to deliver 5,018,984 shares. Trade volume was at 182.5 million. Settlement date June 30th. Closing deadline August 1st. Oh my god, that's in 2 days. No, that's in 3 days. Look at this right here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, what? Why is it showing no short shares available? When it was at 4,200,000 short shares. This was at 12:42 p.m. Eastern Time. Cost to borrow is only 10.36%. Something is wrong here. Let me look at Webull. Let me look at Webull. Open has warrants too. Something ain't right. The maintenance is at 400%. Does that have options? Oh my god, it does. Cool. Oh, the volume for puts is high. The $2 puts for this Friday's expiration at 47,350 volume, 30,967 open interest, worth 14 cents each contract. For calls, wow, that's huge. 46,367 in volume, 39,827 in open interest for the $2.50 calls. What if it's a lot more safer to just do further expiration, like August 15? Makes more sense. Let me check the option statistics. Wow. giving me red flags. That's funny. So, what was I looking? Oh, I was looking at Weeble. So, at at today's close, Open Door Technologies had a volume distribution with a total volume of 440.29 thousand in calls and 212.76 thousand in puts, with with a $2 strike mostly concentrated in puts by 97.20k, but then you have more uh, volume concentrated for the 101.50k $2.50 strike calls and 113.30k volume concentrated on the $3 strike calls. Really? Okay. 17 cents. What are the odds? Let's see, how does this look like? I need to double check. But first I need to find out. Maybe I need to look at maybe I need to figure this out on Fintel. Open. Okay. Okay. So, okay, Eric. So we do have short interest percentage of the float at 20.73%. That's actually a little bit high. And short interest ratio, 1.49 days to cover. I like that. I like those numbers. Oh my God. And what else? Let's see. What? That really, that is interesting. Oh my God. Oh my God. That looks so crazy. All right, let's see if if they let me post 3 pictures, then that's awesome. What can you tell me about Open based on this data? What can you tell me about Open based on these screenshots? Not financial advice. Oh my God. Oh. So here is ChatGPT's analysis. I need to lower this down. Sorry. I don't know if you guys can still hear the music. Apparently, I don't know. It's still playing. Okay. So number 1, fails to deliver analysis. July 27, 2025. Open Door had 5,018,984 fails to deliver, a massive increase of 5,002,872 from the previous day. This is highly unusual and suggests a potential synthetic short position or failed locate. Repeated spikes. Significant fails to deliver increases also occurred on June 10th with more than 2.3 million FTDs, June 5th over 1 million FTDs, and June 4th nearly 2 million FTDs. Now the pattern. These FTDs tend to occur in clusters every few weeks and then resets. Oh my god, oh my god. Suggesting naked short selling behavior or failure to close positions within the SEC mandated 35-day window. The interpretation? This is a red flag. And potential short squeeze setup. In speculation, of course, theoretically speaking, by ChatGPT, and just, ChatGPT can make mistakes. Just give you that disclaimer. But, oh my god. Short squeeze setup. Oh, sounds hot. Persistent large FTD spikes paired with high short interests imply non-transparent selling pressure that could reverse violently. Number 2. Short interest and metrics from Fintel. The short interest reporting at 135.8 million shares, percentage of the float at 20.73%, which is elevated and indicative of crowding on the short side. Short interest ratio days to cover at 1.49, which is relatively low, meaning covering could happen rapidly if buying starts. Also known as if retail were to load the boat, whales jumping into the water, splashing all kinds of money into this and making this stock surge in huge waves, in my opinion. And an off-exchange short volume ratio at 36.90%, which suggests significant dark pool activity, potentially hiding large short exposure. So the interpretation of this is high short interest plus heavy dark pool activity equals potential stealth short buildup. This is common in setups preceding parabolic squeezes. And so, number 3, short borrow fee rates. As of July 28th, 2025, at a max fee rate of 11.3%, latest fee at 10.96%. Fee rates were higher on July 24th, maxed at 25.80%, and have recently cooled. So the interpretation is that elevated borrow fees, even after a pullback, suggests that shorting open is expensive, which discourages new short positions and stressing existing ones. Number 4, shares available for shorting. Extremely volatile supply. Swings from 0 shares to 8.1 million shares in just one day suggests high demand and churn in shorting inventory. And the interpretation of this is that the availability whipsaws likely reflect broker recalls, lending desks withdrawing shares, and institutions pulling back inventory to reduce lending risks. So, in summary, what's happening with Open? Massive failed to deliver spike just reported, which strongly suggests unresolved short positions. Short interest remains very high with 21% of the float shorted. Dark pool shorting is high, hiding pressure. Cost to borrow is elevated and inconsistent, showing stress. And float dynamics are unstable with rapidly changing borrowing availability. Now the trade implications or thesis. In its opinion, ChatGPT's opinion, theoretically, you are potentially looking at a coiled spring, quote unquote, coiled spring setup where naked shorts have failed to cover, borrow becomes more expensive, price declines sharply, for example, negative 12.39% on July 29th close, then any buying pressure, catalyst, or broad market sympathy bounce could trigger, supposedly, apparently, hypothetically, a gamma or short squeeze. The key watch list dates and triggers. August 1st. Man, we've been hearing that date a lot of times recently. August 1st. There's a lot of things happening on August 1st, huh? Huh? August 1st is the trigger T plus 35 deadline for the July 27th FTDs. Watch for forced closeouts. Earnings date, if upcoming, could act as a catalyst. Check for August or September date. And high volume spike plus price surge. Watch for a breakout from 225 to $2.50 range to trap the shorts. So it's saying that somewhere between 225 and 250 where it would be considered to trap the shorts here, if that's what it's saying. Is it really? Oh my god, like, for real? If that's the case, I mean, it all depends if it starts to, bounce back up, because it is looking oversold on the 4-hour. So this could turn into a morning star pattern and come back up to 228 to 230. Maybe the whole pattern reverses and starts to wild out, perhaps trying to head back to $3 a share, which would be the bullish case scenario. But if market conditions remain the way it's been for the past day or so, then that could also change, and that could drive open to fall back even lower to perhaps a support of $1.50. But you don't want to happen. You want it to bounce. You want it to bounce off of $2. But we'd have to see. We'd have to see about that, because this is pretty scary here. Oh my god. So I feel like you probably would have to keep a close eye on open throughout these days and within this range from 150 to 225, 230, 250, and see where that perfect window of opportunity is going to be at, in my opinion. Not finished advice. And perhaps take a position somehow, because there is options. There is options available, I'll tell you this. And August 15th expiration date looks a little tempting, in my opinion. But I would like to just play a little bit more further out. I wouldn't want to go crazy, but as long as I'm somewhere closer in the money, then it would make sense, because then I would, if the bullish case scenario were to happen, then we would see these contracts become more expensive and start to swing up along with the share price. So from 36 cents per contract for these September 19th calls. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be degenerates gonna be like, no, well, I want to play closer in the expiration. I want to play August 15th. Oh yeah. Well, you go do what you want to do. You do what you want to do. You want to do a. You want to go ahead and yeah. You want to go ahead and go degenerate and go for close to expiration this Friday. You're crazy. You think that's possible? I'd rather play safe than be sorry. But if you know that this setup is looking pretty tight, and if it turns up and starts to go back to the upside and things start to pop up out of nowhere, then you might have yourself a pretty good runner, in my opinion. So, so here is ChatGPT's confirmation, bullish confirmation setup. It's what I just mentioned before even looking at this. Seriously, I didn't even look at this part. I kid you not. But it does say here also that if the price holds above $2 and breaks $2.25 on volume, and cost to borrow spikes again over 15%, and short availability drops to zero, gamma ramp builds on near dated out of the money calls. Check options chain for the $2.50 and $3 strike calls. Okay. So I'm saying that could definitely be the possibility. But just to be, just to, be on the safe side, okay? I want to be able to make sure that I'm playing this bitch safe. So $2.50 and $3 strike calls. Let me see. 10, 20, 25. Let me look here. Let me look because perhaps maybe I want some skin in the game myself. I don't know. 700. Okay. Open sesame. There you go. Let's see, this is the largest transformation of wealth in human history, says eToro. Why is Open Door Technology stock plummeting today? Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh, the Motley Fool. The Motley Fool here reporting. Let's see. The week that meme stocks returned 2 days ago, yesterday. Oh, so Eric, so listen to this. So this is a stock story titled "Open Door Stock Trades Down Here is Why." Shares of technology real estate company Open Door fell 4.3% in the afternoon session after the company decided to adjourn a special stockholder meeting scheduled to vote on a potential reverse stock split. The meeting which was scheduled to address a proposal for a reverse stock split was postponed until August 27, 2025. Listen to that. This move was initially proposed to help the company regain compliance with Nasdaq's minimum bid price requirement after its stock had closed below $1 for 30 consecutive business days. The delay followed a significant surge in the stock's value, fueled by high trading volume characteristics of a meme stock rally, and the company cited this recent volatility as the reason for the postponement, stating it needed more time to assess market conditions. Investors appeared to view the adjournment as a positive sign, suggesting that the controversial reverse split might not be necessary if the stock maintained its higher price. So the stock market overreacts to news, and big price drops can present good opportunities, maybe. So yeah, it came out. It came out about 2 days ago. Also, Motley Fool, pretty much stating the same thing, but the Motley Fool here. This was yesterday, saying the company's share price saw massive gains earlier this month thanks to meme stock momentum, but the meme trade seems to be losing steam. Well, there you go. So it's a hit piece. Open Door could use its recent stock gains as an opportunity to raise funds, but selling new stock could send its shares price lower. So yeah, let's see what people are saying on. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Let's look at the comments for Open Door. Let's see, 16 minutes ago, this person says floor only opens for shorts to take a dive to hell. Open Door, more like open floor. Look out below. 21 minutes ago. This guy says 90% of shareholders that are in this since last Monday got decisions to make. Hold and hope open gets plus $5 a share in your desired time frame, or secure a loss and leave it behind. Someone says it's late and slow in feed. You can read my post of or shorts bashing, or you can block as well. Let's see. What the hell is this? Chat is like bulls in shorts arguing during recess. Someone say something with real meaning backed by their research and strategy, not opinions. This guy is saying nothing but bag holders, going back to 50 cents ish. Oh man, this is why I don't really pay attention to like the comment section for Webull, man. It's insanity. Yeah, let me look at dilutiontracker.com, because I can look at their there you go, Open Door Technologies cash position. They actually had way more cash back in 2022. Now they only have about 183.90 million in cash. They burnt ash. Buy shares and buy puts. It says that 48.4% of institutions own Open Door Technologies. Here are the holders. Coming at number 1 is Vanguard with 11.86%, with 86,211,100 shares. And that is a change from 377,566 shares bought, filed under 13F HR since May 15. BlackRock, on the other hand, with 7%, sold 1,828,286, leaving them with now 50,894,603 shares in their position for Open Door. And then third, T. Rowe Price Investment Management bought 3,120,491 shares, making their total amount of shares to 21,012,207 shares. Geode Capital Management, which bought like 573,642 shares, State Street sold 240,785 shares. Charles Schwab added their position and bought 1,130,062 shares. Morgan Stanley paper handed 6,691,931 shares. That is huge. Renaissance Technologies sold 10,058,488 shares. Crazy. 1623 Capital LLC. 1623. Dude, that's a lot of freaking institutions. That is a lot of institutions. Look at that. Oh my god. Wow. They're like all over this. Dude, that's a long list. What? That's insane. New feature, click on institutional holder name to show list of holdings. Goodness gracious. Schedule 13G? Oh. Securities and Exchange Commission Schedule 13G. This was yesterday. No, wait. Yeah, no, this was July 29th. Common stock, CUSIP number, date of event which requires filing of the statement, which is June 30th, 2025. Oh, the Vanguard. Shared voting power of 130,345. Sole depositive power 65,616,254. Shared dispositive power. Okay, hold on. This is the number of shares beneficially owned by each reporting person with a shared depositive power of 792,824 shares. So the aggregate amount beneficially owned by each reporting person is 66,409,078 shares. Percent of class represented by amount in row 9.10%. So yeah, Schedule 13G. This was released today. Open door. Vanguard. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Damn, that's a lot of shares. Whew. Here it is. Vanguard loading in the boat, apparently, supposedly. Wow. Ownership July 23rd. Schwab Sydney with 30,000 shares. Shoot, I mean, okay. What the fuck? Dun 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 dun. Down, down, down. Down, down. Down, 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 down. Down, down. Alright, I think that's about it. It's like 12:11 midnight. So we're gonna call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna call it a night. So we're gonna see what happens. But yeah, I gotta share that information right there, and we'll see. We'll see. I mean, overall, I mean, I looked at the larger time frames. It seems like it's still oversold. I wanna see what happens. Maybe I wanna get some skin in the game too. Shit, I want some of that. But thank you for sharing too, man. I gotta thank you for that, for bringing open to to the attention of the peeps, the peeps. Say word. So yeah, man, I appreciate you for that, and yeah, thank you. You already know. I try to do my best, and I'm doing the DD with some big titty, and I will put up open for tomorrow on the stream. So, and we'll watch it live for these next couple of days. So, anyways, yeah. So stay tuned. Thank you once again for being here. Shout out to Benjamin. Yeah, Benjamin came on earlier. Haven't seen him in a while, but yeah, he came through, and much love to him, and hoping that everything is well with him. Jason G too. Jason G popped in here to say hello. Shout out to Jason G. Luis Ibarra, Gabriel Moisley, or also known as Billy's Eggplant Railroad, Matt Zelly, thank you, love, for being here. Only a couple of comments there and some red flags, but that was it. And Eric, thank you. Hope everyone has a great night. Sleep well. Be fully rested, and good luck tomorrow, because tomorrow is FOMC. And what if Jerome Powell doesn't cut rates this time? Is he gonna get fired? I don't know, but this is gonna be a wild week. I just feel it. And people are just acting crazy now. So yeah, just stay safe out there. Love y'all. See you in the next stream here in the Lion's Den with yours truly, LionOfAllTradez. Just know that everything and anything said in this stream was strictly in my opinion and not financial advice. This is for educational, research, and entertainment purposes. Toodaloo. Good night. Peace. And take care. Ta-ta.